welcome back to another special weekend sports broadcast brought to you by Wasco High Media. I'm Lupita Gonzalez.
And I'm Romaldo Lozano, aka Tito.
Before we get to football, we want to mention that our varsity tennis team played against Strathmore on Wednesday, October 30th. Strathmore players put a good fight in both their singles and doubles, forcing Wasco to a 4-4 tie, leaving the number 1 and 2 players to duke it out in their last doubles match. Ariana Acevedo and Serena Contreras of Wasco took the first set with 6-3, while Strathmore took the next set at 2-6. It took the girls to a tiebreaker match, where Wasco just inched the victory at 10-8. With this victory, our varsity tennis girls will move on to the semifinals of the South Sequoia League. Mr. Eusebio had the chance to interview the girls after the game.
So how did this match feel to you, knowing that it was knowing it was a very significant match? Everyone was depending on this particular match to move on.
Very intense.
What was your thought when you won the first set going into the match?
I thought we were just going to keep the momentum going in.
And what happened during your second set when things turned?
I guess, I don't even know.
It would be contagious. If I messed up, she would mess up,
Yeah.
and it would just go back and forth. So and then, yeah.
And so what did you do to pull yourselves back together at the end? I mean,
We talked to each other more and stayed focused.
Made some jokes
Yeah.
about the other people.
and what's the next game plan for your for semifinals?
Just play hard and win.
Okay.
They will be playing against a tough Selma team on Wednesday, November 6th.
On Thursday, Halloween night, our varsity volleyball team had the chance to play against our school rivals, the Shafter Generals. Our girls put a good fight against their first set, but were unable to clinch it. The girls were unable to come back after their first lost set, and the Generals took the win with a 3-0. The varsity girls will be heading on to play against a tough BCHS, which may decide the future of their playoff run. We wish them the best of luck.
Number 7, Chicho Martinez. His mother is Aragelia Martinez. He has played football for 7 years.
Before the game, our field reporters Ezekiel Nunez and Justin Nichols had the chance to interview coaches.
What do you expect the outcome of the varsity game to be?
Without our studs, but we should still come on top. But it's gonna be it'll be a good one. It'll be tough. It'll be tough for us, but to get everything going as the way we needed to get it going.
All right. Well, first of all, what outcome do you expect from this game?
Well, like always, you got to think positive. We're feeling like we should be able to dominate the game. Dominate might be kind of a hard word, but definitely win the game.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you think of the Arvin team as a whole?
As a coach, you learn that you have to be prepared for any team. You overlook them, then you better. There's always that chance of you not winning the game. You can't overlook any game.
Now, on to the highlights. With 9 minutes to go in the first quarter, number 12 from Wasco, Adrian Torres, scored a rushing touchdown. The kick from Morfin was good. With 11 minutes to go in the second quarter, Chicho Martinez scored a rushing touchdown for our Tigers. Morfin's kick was successful. With 6 minutes to go, the Bears' Derek Adams makes his way to the end zone, which leaves the score at 14-6. Later in the game, Terrence Grinner made a comeback, running 15 yards but getting a flag on the play. Tigers quarterback Austin Sutton threw his shoulder into Arvin's outside linebacker, Julio Ruiz. Not only can he run, he can hit as well. Early on in the third quarter, number 5, Derek Adams, runs 60 yards down the sideline for an Arvin touchdown. They went for a 2-point conversion to tie the game, which was unsuccessful when the pass to number 7, Julio Ruiz, was incomplete. Later in the third quarter, Terrence Grinner drives for a few hard yards for a Wasco touchdown. Early in the fourth quarter, Adrian Torres scored a rushing touchdown. Morfin's kick was successful. With 6 minutes to go, number 7, Chicho Martinez scored a rushing touchdown. The kick from Morfin was fair. To close the game out, Chicho Martinez scored one last touchdown, leaving the score at Wasco 42, Arvin 12.
Our field reporters Vicky Nunez and Justin Nichols had the chance to interview players after the game.
Well, what did you think of the outcome of this game?
We came out flat, real flat. The game should have been a whole different thing. We should have came out and punched them in the mouth, but adversity hit, and we had to overcome it.
As I hope we all know, next week we're going to play against Shafter. And I just wanted to know, how did you prepare yourself and what outcome do you expect from that game?
When we play Shafter, we prepare ourselves for a brutal match. I mean, they don't like us, we don't like them, and we're hoping to throw up a goose egg on the board and have about 50 points.
So first of all, what position do you play?
I'm a starting cornerback, but since all the injuries have been occurring, people's got to step up, and I had to step up and play running back.
Well, how is it for you having switched from defensive to offensive?
It's really just pushing myself more. I have the team relying on me, and the linemen, they're doing better. They're getting better each week, and I'm just relying on them to give me those blocks.
What do you think of the outcome of this game?
It turned out great, but I feel like we came out really flat, and we'll just fix it at practice this week, and hopefully we dominate Shafter.
Well, what do you expect to happen in the upcoming Shafter game? And how would you prepare yourself for that game?
I would drink more water, definitely, and just go harder at practice.
And lastly, what inspired you to play football?
Since I was a kid, I always loved watching football, so I had to try it.
Thanks. First of all, what did you think of the outcome of the game?
I thought it was good that our kids had to play all 4 quarters. It's a game that needs to be played 4 quarters, and we're so used to blowing teams out and shutting them down that they had to dig a little deep, and they did during halftime. They did a great job digging deep and coming out and finishing the game like they're taught to, like they're supposed to.
As a whole, what do you think of the Arvin team?
You know, Arvin lost a lot of seniors last year. They're a little down, you know, but they came out and they really felt that they had a good chance of beating us, which was good because it gave our kids had to dig deep and fight in order to take them on. But, you know, they couldn't hang with us. You know, they lost way too many seniors last year.
This week, our Wasco Tigers will take on our rivals, the Shafter Generals, in our last league game of the season. Shafter is coming from a 50-14 victory against CCHS. Will the Wasco Tigers defeat the Generals? Come to the game at Shafter to find out. This was a special broadcast brought to you by Wasco High Media. I'm Lupita Gonzalez.
And I'm Tito Lozano, and we'll see you next time.